Okay, guys, how's it going? So I made this rendering for you, and something in this is wrong, right? I think a lot of this section of the house I've got wrong. I'll be honest, I took all those measurements the other day and I cannot find the notepad, which has all of my clients' information in it. So I didn't want to make you wait. I think I left it at somebody's house in El Dorado Hills, and I won't be able to get up there for a while to grab it. So I made some guesses, but honestly, as I was like putting some of this stuff in, I think these are pretty accurate guesses. So here is your living room with that wall here removed and all of the lines in your ceiling going up. My program doesn't have certain features like the rounded corners, archways, and things like that. I mean, I could do archways, but I did not build any into this rendering because it takes a lot of effort. And I recreated to the best of my program's ability the Scavellini kitchen in the color schemes. You have vertical graining, and my program in this door style only offers horizontal grading. So just know that that isn't super accurate. Also, I don't have your most recent rendering from Tracy for some reason. So I put in your original rendering, and then in addition, I haven't gotten to this side because my program doesn't have anything like the switch cabinet. So I'd have to get really into it to do that. Also, not sure if this opening is completely accurate either. I think maybe in real life, these cabinets get next to this window, or maybe there's another window here. Something something's wrong. I feel like your view here isn't quite this big. But right now you have a big old wall going straight down the center here. So I opened that up. So here is the non-rendered version of this so that we can kind of walk through a little bit more. And I put in some models of furniture that has some of your accents that have blacks in them. I got a little black table over here. We have some earth tones that are complementary while not being gray or white. So you can kind of get an idea of all of the colors in between black and dove, essentially. So everything, and then heather gray is the perfect flooring balance for this, as you can see. So I've put a lot of neutral furnitures. This is a heather gray couch with a wood thing, and there's your earth tones, and you're kind of, if you were to imagine, you're really keeping your color scheme from here to here, even though we've added in rust or, you know, darker beiges. Well, not beige. We don't use beige anymore, right? I put on the wall color here, agreeable gray is the wall color, and we don't do beige any longer. Beige is out of fashion and it is not within your color scheme, but what we call neutrals and earth tones, which, to you and I who existed in the 90s, we would call these colors beige, but they're calling them neutrals instead of earth tones like they used to. Anyway, neutral. So essentially, the neutral part of it is that everything has a touch of grays balanced into it. So rust has gray in it. Um, anyway, blending the colors. Look, I put a brown rug in here for you so that you could see kind of that browns aren't the worst. And you have brown at this cabinet here, and you have, earth tones, browns in here. So it kind of does blend over time, although brown is not one of my favorite colors. We do see it coming back into fashion a lot. Like I said earlier, the 90s are really making a comeback, but we're blending them with a lot of our most recent trends. So this black tile we've got here, and right now I have it representing to wrap around and then leaving this wall as such, because in real life there's like a little bit of a differentiation here. And going into, so I think when you and I were sitting in this room, oh, look through the window. Oh, so pretty. In this room, we were sitting there, and you said, I just can't visualize it. So I wanted to give you that opportunity to sit at this table and visualize looking into the next room with that big wall gone. And you will have a big wall here, but it is not too bad. And you can see straight into that room. Something's wrong here. I think in real life, this cabinet doesn't exist. You just end at this one, but for now, this is adequate. And I think I remembered you having a hutch of some sort. I can't quite remember, but I threw a brown hutch in there too, because you don't have to go into grays and whites just because you're getting a gray floor. In fact, I would let this be one of the few grays, and you can just keep with your traditional style earth tones and neutrals in your furniture and things, and it will blend in the end, especially if you put agreeable gray on the walls. Okay, so, oh, here, let me show you these as well, and then I will send these to you as a PDF file, or not PDF. I'll send them to you in an email and a downloadable file. So here's the rendering of everything getting from that other stage to this. You see that with this wall gone, you can see straight in from any point of the room into the other rooms, which is why it's so nice to have a uniform flooring throughout, and also why having a big black um, fireplace column isn't that bad. It just becomes a statement piece, which is why I was saying if you do end up putting a black and polished stone, it's a statement. It like through all of eternity, stoned fireplaces have always been a statement piece. So whether you end up with tile or stone or anything, it will be a beautiful, grand item. I didn't have an arched item here, but with that said, if you are considering changing out your fireplace insert to something more modern, this is the time. And again, a view from the kitchen into that room, so you can see kind of like what your eye line will be catching here. We have a, black combo here. The doves, this is a dove matte, and I think you have dove gloss on the other side. And here is your, black tile here, grays, sort of thing. And another view, sitting at your kitchen table, looking out into the next rooms and how clearly you can see those eye lines. And again, that brown carpet doesn't look too bad. It looks warm, actually, and like a room division. And here we go. Another view sitting in your living room. Ideally, a TV will probably be here. And maybe we'll put a casted down light to just kind of catch your reflections, and you'll be able to catch these grid lines more so that if you do end up in a chevron pattern, it'll help accentuate everything. You might already have a canned light up there. Anyway, so here is a quick little video and rendering for you. And if there are other facades you would like to see on here, please just let me know and I will make it show. Thank you guys.